Hi, my name is Eli Khan. I'm the co-founder and VP of Business Development for Squirrel, and along with Dan Hood from ClearEdge, one of your co-hosts here at the second annual Accumulo Summit. We actually got started on this event just a few weeks after last year's event, and we decided we wanted this year's event to be bigger and better. So we extended it to 2 days, doubled the number of talks, and we're expecting over 300 people this week from industry and government. Perhaps most importantly, I'd like to thank the people that made this event possible. First, we have the ClearEdge team, which really did all the heavy lifting to make this event what it is today. Dan Hood from ClearEdge led that effort, but also a number of folks from his staff were instrumental, including Carolyn Gableman, Lauren Thomas, and Amy Rao. Next, of course, we have our sponsors that really bankrolled this event, so many thanks to them. Our platinum sponsors include Booz Allen Hamilton, Hortonworks, and General Dynamics Mission Systems. Our gold sponsors include Cloudera, Splunk, CSC, and Leidos. And our silver sponsors include 2HB, Asymmetric, MapR, Next Century, Praxis, SSATI, and Wavestrike. If you get a chance, please stop by their booth, listen to what they have to say. There's some really cool technology out there that they have to show you today. We also have a media sponsor, of course, O'Reilly. We're doing a book signing that Dan will tell you about. And our community sponsors, of course, the Apache Foundation. Next, I'd like to thank the program committee. The Accumulo Summit is, and hopefully always will be, a forum created by developers for developers. So we have a number of the leaders of the Accumulo project that led the development of the agenda and the selection of talks for the next 2 days. The program committee was led by Don Miner, who has his new consulting firm, Miner & Cash. It also included Aaron Cordova of Coverse, Andrew Ferris of Booz Allen, Adam Fuchs of Squirrel, Dan Hood of ClearEdge, Alex Mondalexis of Cloudera, Eric Newton of SW Complete, Billy Rinaldi of Hortonworks, and Corey Nolette of Tetra Concepts. So thanks to all those folks that made today and tomorrow possible.
So I just wanted to give a couple of key pieces of information and then turn it over to our keynote speakers. So first and foremost, everybody should have got a program guide addendum. A couple things on there I just wanted to touch on. First and foremost is the Wi-Fi. They're actually having some issues with the GuestNet Wi-Fi that's listed on there. We've been asked to tell you to use UMUC hotspot. There should be no login required for that, so go that route, and as they're working the other one, when that changes, we'll try our best to let folks know that the other's available. Eli mentioned the book signings, so O'Reilly was gracious enough to give us limited number of books for 2 different book signings. So the first one today is at 3 o'clock, and that is going to be Don Miner and Adam Shook for the MapReduce Design Patterns book. And then tomorrow at 1 o'clock, we have the O'Reilly Accumulo book with Billy, Aaron, and Michael doing signings at 1 o'clock for that one. Other kind of agenda items. You'll notice on day 2 we have a spot for breakout sessions. So what we wanted to do was actually use that time to open it up for folks that maybe didn't get the opportunity to submit a talk to the conference that would have a topic you might want to speak about. So there's an email address listed there for the breakout sessions. If you're interested in having a discussion about something, having a small group, show and tell, demonstration, whatever you'd like to do, please just send us some brief info, description of what you'd like to do, that email address. And we'll try to look at those throughout the day and get back to folks this evening. So the intent is to let folks maybe split off both of the ballrooms half and half to have those discussions, so maybe up to 4 of those tomorrow. There are also some brief corrections on the bottom of that. So I just wanted to note real quickly, the From Big Data to Linked Data, Making Sense of Massive Highly Connected Multi-Structured Data Sets talk is sponsored by Squirrel. The sponsorship was left off in the program guide. And the Accumulo in-depth building bulk ingest also this afternoon is sponsored by Booz Allen Hamilton. So I wanted to thank both of those sponsors and apologize for those being missing out of the guide. And then there was also a talk swap, speaker swap today. Those are also noted in that addendum. The last thing I wanted to talk about before we go ahead and hand it over to our keynote speakers are this evening's activities we have planned. So even though talks end this afternoon at 4 to 5, we have a couple different activities going on tonight. First and foremost is the cocktail hour. So we'll have a cocktail reception down this end of the main hall, as well as in the Salon C where breakfast was set up this morning. So that will run at least 5 to 7, maybe a little bit later. And starting at 6 o'clock in Salon C, Booz Allen Hamilton will be hosting the Accumulo Hackathon. So if you haven't registered for that, swing by their booth, talk to the Booz folks. We want to try to. We had good participation that last year, closed a number of open tickets, and I think made some pretty good progress in one evening. And then we have 2 other talks this evening I wanted to quickly plug. One is by ClearEdge's Women in Technology group. So there'll be a discussion open to anybody about women in technology, the issues women face in technology and what we can do to, push things along in that area. And then lastly is we have an Apache NiFi meetup this evening at 8 o'clock. So Joe Witt is with us this evening, and he'll give a talk about NiFi. For those of you not familiar with NiFi, NiFi is a data flow tool. It's been around for quite a while, recently open sourced. I'm sure a lot of folks in this room have used it. If you're not familiar with it, I very much encourage you to swing by and take a look at it. So that's all I have. I'll turn it back to Eli at this point.
All right, so let's get underway with the talks. Our keynotes we're really excited about today. If folks remember last year's keynote, we had Hortonworks and Cloudera duke it out on stage here. And so we figured we'd continue with that theme of putting folks on stage here to duke it out. So we have 2 of the co-founders of the Accumulo project, Adam Fuchs, CTO of Squirrel, and Aaron Cordova, CTO of Coverse. So I'd like to welcome them to stage, and thank you very much.